Hey everybody, Russ, the Millennial Numismatist here in my brand new studio, pretty swanky, and I'm coming at you with a little bit different content than I usually do. So, as you guys may or may not know, I am also a bullion dealer. I deal bullion at Harlan J. Burke Limited in Chicago. We are a very, very busy shop, and we do a whole lot of gold. Now, it is Thursday, March 23rd, 2023, and gold has just crossed the $2,000 mark. So, what I've seen is a lot of new people coming in to buy gold, especially with the banking crisis that's happening right now. A lot of people are sinking hard money into hard assets. So, one thing that you're going to find now, especially if this is you, if you're finally considering doing a big bullion purchase, say you want to buy 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, how many ever ounces, it's a very good chance that you're going to go over $10,000. Now, here's the rub. If you walk into my store with $10,000 in cash, and you purchase from me over $10,000, I am legally obligated by the IRS to fill out Form 8300. Form 8300 requires me to get a social security number, your driver's license, and your occupation. Now, Form 8300 is kind of scary for a lot of people, but I'm here to demystify some of that. So, Form 8300 is not anything that the IRS can use to audit you. What Form 8300 is it's every business that does anything over $10,000 in cash, and it's anti-money laundering protection. So basically, what the government is concerned about is some bad actor using something physical like gold, silver, it can even be cars, and taking that dirty money, putting it into a physical product, and then washing and cleaning the money that way. It truly is an anti-money laundering effort. Um, any bullion dealer, you deal with is going to have to fill out a Form 8300, and we also have to follow an anti-money laundering plan. This is something we have to file with the government and with our bank. So anti-money laundering plans look different between different businesses, but they all share common features, and Form 8300 really is the cornerstone. So I kind of want to explain a little bit about Form 8300 because, again, a lot of people get confused, they get really scared about it, and it's really not anything to be scared about. So again, in our hypothetical scenario, you've walked into my downtown Chicago store and you say, Russ, I want to buy 7 ounces of gold. And I tell you, great, it's going to be, let's say, $14,000. And as I'm explaining this to you, you're pulling out your cash. And I say, now, because we're doing this in cash, I have to file Form 8300. This gets a lot of people nervous. Um, Form 8300, again, is nothing that can be used against you unless there is a court order for the IRS or any other federal government agency to look at Form 8300, and you have to be suspected of money laundering. It is not anything for taxes. It is not anything like that. If you're El Chapo, you might want to worry about Form 8300. If you're a guy that has been burying money in your backyard for the last 15 or 20 years, you don't have anything to worry about because that's your money and you've done nothing illegal with it. Now, if you don't want to fill out Form 8300, I completely understand. And I want to help you um, not avoid reporting requirements, but I want to help you pay in legal ways. So, a legal way to pay on that's not cash is you can always do a cashier's check. A cashier's check over $10,001 is not considered cash by the IRS. So, if you walk into my bullion store and I tell you it's $14,000 and you say, I don't really want to do that in cash, great. Go get me a cashier's check. Come right back. I'll lock you in, get you your cashier's check, hand it to me, hand you your gold, and we're good to go. There's always also a personal check. Personal check is not considered cash. I may hold the gold unless I know you, but not cash. Don't have to report anything. A debit or credit card, not cash. Totally kosher. Um, a wire or an ACH, no cash exchange there. Nothing reporting. So those are legal ways to do it. Some people might try to get cute and say, oh, I'll pay in euros or whatever. Well, no, unfortunately, cash is cash, including foreign cash. So those are legal ways to pay. Um, I really suggest that you read up on Form 8300 if you're going to be making a large bullion purchase, because there's a lot of rules about structuring that I can't really talk about. I can dive in a little bit. I'll give you a hypothetical scenario that happened just earlier this week. I had a very lovely couple come in. This was their first time buying gold. They were very excited. Everything's good to go. They want to spend nearly 15 or 20 grand. And so I Form 8300. They go, okay, well, we don't want to do cash, totally fine. All right, so how do you want to do this? So they look at me and they say, oh, well, I'll do 9,000 and she'll do 9,000. Unfortunately, that's a related transaction. And a related transaction still has to be reported on Form 8300. So that's a no-go. At the end of the day, they did a perfectly legal thing and they went and got a cashier's check. Completely legal, got their gold, same amount, walked out same day. So there's a lot of rules on structuring. I would really recommend that you read up on them. And kind of something else to keep in mind is that no matter what you're doing with your money, if you take out a large amount of cash from your bank, it is also reported to the IRS because, again, they are subject to anti-money laundering laws just like the rest of us. So, unfortunately, they already know what's going on with your money. Now that gold is creeping past $2,000, this could be a real thing that you guys see. So, like I said, browse up on Form 8300, find yourself a reputable bullion dealer. If you go into a bullion dealer and they're willing to let Form 8300 slide, I would be a little suspicious and a little worried. I don't want to bring politics into this because we all have a whole breadth and width of political beliefs. But at the end of the day, the government knows what is going on with money, and they're going to find out. I would not trust a bullion dealer that is willing to risk a $1,000 a day fine or even federal prison time if it's bad enough. Willing to break laws, to me, is bad business. I certainly won't do it. Margins on gold and silver are incredibly small. I'm not going to jail for you to make $500 on a $12,000 purchase. I'm just not gonna. So if you walk into my store and I tell you that, don't be offended. I just really like breathing free air, guys. All right, that's it for today. I hope you learned something. If you did, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.